In this video, I wanted to go through how maxima and minima, or antinodes and nodes, are related to stationary waves. So what we have here is a model answer, and I'm going to break it down. So a microwave transmitter, it emits a wave which we call an incident wave. That wave will then hit the metal plate at some point because it's directed towards the metal plate. And when it hits the plate itself, it reflects. Now, when it does reflect, what it creates is two coherent waves that are moving in opposite directions. The two waves in opposite directions are the incident one and the reflected one, and they're coherent, meaning they have the same frequency and they have a constant phase difference between them. So the fact that they're coherent just means that, or the simplified term is that it's the same wave being reflected, so that's why it will have the same frequency and that the difference between them will always stay the same. Now these two waves, because they're in opposite directions, they're bound to meet each other at some point, and that meeting is what we call superposition. And there's two types of superposition. There's constructive interference or destructive interference. Constructive interference is when the peak of one wave meets the peak of the other wave, so the peak of the incident wave meets the peak of the reflected wave, and that's where they amplify each other, and it forms maxima, otherwise known as antinodes. And we can relate it to whatever context. For example, if you're looking at a loudspeaker, that's where the loudspeaker would be the loudest. It's where the peak of the incident wave meets the peak of the reflected wave and they amplify each other. The other type of superposition is destructive interference, which is when a peak of the incident wave meets the trough of the reflected wave, or vice versa. And because of that, they cancel each other out. Like here, that's the case that I've drawn here. The peak of the incident wave will meet the trough of the reflected wave. That'll cancel each other out, and there'll be a period where there's almost no vibration, otherwise known as minima or nodes. That's pretty much everything you have to write here, and this would be pretty much a 6-mark answer actually. So yeah, be sure to make a note of these keywords, especially the words that I've highlighted, and be sure to leave a like if the video helped and subscribe. I'd appreciate a lot. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped. If you have any tutoring inquiries, be sure to visit my website www.excellineducation.co.uk. It's on the first link in the description too.